So let's cross live then to Zaporizhzhia. We're going to talk to our correspondent, James André, who's joining us from there. James, just bring us up to date on the latest. I mean, do we know when they're set to arrive and what might come next?
Well, according to witnesses in Kyiv cited by Reuters, they have left this morning at 5:15 a.m. That's local time. It takes roughly 5 hours to drive to Zaporizhzhia, which is 550 kilometers from Kyiv. So we can expect to see the inspectors arriving in this city where I am, and then moving on further to the facility by midday. They should be there in the afternoon if they don't stop, but we don't know what their schedule is, and we don't know how they will get through the front line in this battle, which is only a few kilometers away. This power plant itself is roughly 60 kilometers as the crow flies from where I'm standing right now in Zaporizhzhia. We don't know how this visit is going to be organized. All we know is indeed Rafael Grossi said we are leaving this morning. As he was going, he was told reporters, we are leaving, we are going to a war zone, we are going to an occupied territory. So indeed, many question marks as to how this is going to unfold. What we know, though, is that indeed both the Ukrainian and Russian authorities have agreed to this visit, though the Russians have ignored pleas by the IAEA to demilitarize the zone prior to their arrival. Rafael Grossi has already explained that this inspection would last for several days, and one of the objectives is to create a permanent mission at Zaporizhzhia power plant, though there again, the Russians have not agreed to that principle. So we'll have to see how this unfolds. The objective is to see if the structural integrity of the power plant is indeed safe, also to verify the trigger emergency mechanisms, and to see how the roughly 1,000 engineers who are still working, Ukrainian engineers still working on the plant, are being treated by the Russian authorities.
James, what about this accusation from Ukraine that Russia's kind of doing all it can, I suppose, to impede this visit, shelling even the corridor between Kyiv and Zaporizhzhia? I mean, what's been your experience of that?
Well, to be honest, that's impossible to verify. What we have done, though, is yesterday with the team, we went to Nikopol, which is the city that is just opposite the power plant on the other side of the Dnieper River, and we were denied access. We arrived at the last checkpoint and the military said no way. They said the zone was sealed off, closed off to reporters and also to people who have no immediate reason of being there till the 1st of September. What we heard while we were there, though, was indeed Ukrainian artillery firing, though obviously it was impossible to know what they were firing at. What I can tell you, though, is that yes, there is tension, because we spoke to people in the neighboring villages, people from the city of Nikopol. Now, there's a string of little cities. Nikopol is the largest one. Those people were telling us that they do not want to sleep at their homes at the moment because they're afraid of artillery. One man even showing us on his phone footage of a Grad missile falling into his back garden. And these people, what they're doing is basically coming to sleep in the woods, in tents, in their cars, and then going back and forth to Nikopol in the day to carry on working to make sure their houses are okay, but they don't want to sleep there. So that gives you an idea of how tense the situation is. When I'm talking people, I'm talking about hundreds of people. One of the local deputy mayors told us that it was literally hundreds of people going back and forth, leaving early in the morning, coming back before curfew in the evening, and sheltering in the woods.
James, thanks very much. James André reporting for us there. A lot more from James, of course, during the day.